A very good morning to all the students. In the last class, we were able to discuss this chapter 1 development. We have gone through the complete explanation of the chapter. As of now, I will be concerned with your exercises which are given after each topic, that is, let's work out exercise. The first let's work out, which is dependent on your first topic. The topic is development goals. So from this topic there are few questions which are given in your let's work out. So let's begin with these discussions of these question answers, and let's try to get a broader picture from these questions. So the first question states that why do different persons have different notions of development? Which of the following explanation is more important and why? Because people are different, because life situation of persons are different. These are the two parts. So students, what do you think about this answer? Which explanation do you think is more accurate? Yes, the B explanation is more accurate, because people are in different life situations. Their life situation depends on how their life is. If a person is rich, his life situation is different from a person who is poor. It depends on their lifestyle and status, which is different from each other. So their goals are also different depending on their life situations. Goals is their notion of development. So for a rich person, maybe his development goal can be to go and study abroad, and for a person who is poor, his life goal or development goal is to meet the requirements or meet the food requirements of his family, get meal twice or thrice in a day. This is for him development goal. So it is depending on their life situations, and over a period of time such situation tends to change. Like if a person becomes better off, he was poor earlier, now he is better off, so automatically his goal will also change. Okay students, moving on to your second question. Do the following two statements mean the same? Justify your answer. People have different development goals. People have conflicting development goals. So what should be your answer? Yes, both these statements actually they are same, because we already assume different people have different development goals, and sometimes their different goals can conflict each other. For example, if we take the case as discussed in your book also about a dam project, for example the Narmada project. So this project of building a dam at this area, it means the production of more electricity or power, which will be used by the government, or it can be used by the industrialist. So this is the development goal for these people. But what do the people who live there, what happened to them? They are being displaced from that area, they are being removed from that area because for building of a dam. So development goal of the government or the industrialist is actually conflicting those people adversely. So they are worst hit by the dam because now their home is being taken away from them. The place of residence is at stake. So both the parties have different development goals and it is conflicting as well. So this answers your second question. Let's move on to your next question. What does it state? Give some examples where factors other than income are important aspects of our lives. Yes, students. This is very true actually. There are some other important things more than the income for people. Like some people in their life, freedom is more important, or security and respect is more important. Equality is important for them. Basically, if you talk about untouchables, for them equality is more important. Women, for them safety is important, security is important. Some people need more political rights, for example. We can also say people want a better life for themselves in terms of good environment, pollution free environment. So these different categories of people, they have goals which are important to them, and this is not related to income, this is related to something else other than income. So this answers your third question. Moving on to the next question, it states that explain some of the important ideas of the above section in your own words. What is being discussed? What important idea? The section is about income and the goals of people. We actually discuss about the development goals of people. So different people with different goals, and people can at time have conflicting development goals. Some people have income as a main important development goal, but some other people can have equality, freedom, respect, security, the things we just discussed in the previous question. These are important for them. So the life depends on many other non-material things for the qualitative aspect of life, for the qualitative improvement of life. Thus we can state this in this particular answer. So next topic is national development, and just below it an exercise is given. Let's work out on page number 7. So what does it say? Look at the picture on the right. Okay, what should be the development goals for such an area? So we are actually talking about the huts which are at the bottom of the picture. If you see, there is a big building, and just adjacent to it there is this area which is, you can call it a slum kind of area, where the people are living in undesirable conditions. So what could be the development goal of this particular place? So they need funds for making pakka house. These are huts, these are termed as kacha houses. So they need, what do they need? They need pakka houses, and they need toilets also. They are not having ownership of the land. The slum areas which you see in the form of these kind of huts outside Aligarh also, in Aligarh you may come across at the outdoors to such things. These lands are not owned by such people. This is not their own land. This is some land which they have just started living on. So they need ownership also. They need their own land actually. They need money also. They need the services of municipal corporation also, like electricity, water, sanitation. So these are all required by such people. They are not having any money. Why? Because they have no job. So they need some kind of employment. They need some medical facilities, schools for their children. This is the development goal of such areas. So moving on to your next question number 2, there is a case study given in the box. You will go through this by yourself, read it, and if there is any difficult word, you can see into the dictionary also. Refer to your dictionary always for any difficulty in meaning. This is very important in English learning. So I will be right away moving on to the first part of second question. What does it state? Who are the people who benefited and who did not? So by going through the passage, you will understand there is a place where the toxic material has been dumped. So those who are dumping that toxic waste, they are benefited from this, and those who are the people living in that area, this is the area of Abidjan in Ivory Coast. So these are the people who are not benefited. So what is the development goal for this country? Actually this is all about waste material being thrown, toxic material being thrown and dumped into such areas. So we are concerned with pollution awareness in this particular problem. So moving on to your third question, what can be some of the development goals of your village, town or locality? So if we talk about Aligarh, firstly I would be asking this question from you if we were in the class, but since yes I expect some answers from you, you must be thinking about the environment which is the roads are full of waste, so we need better sanitation, we need more security in the areas, and we need street lights in the areas which are not having that. We need better income for the people residing in the area. We need more employment of the people in our area. So we can have so many development goals, and I would be expecting you to put your own points into this. You can write your own answers here. Next, what can be some next workout is how to compare different countries or states is our next topic, and then average income that we discussed. So yes, here we come towards let's work out. What is the question given here? Give 3 examples where an average income is used for comparing situations. Not income, in fact, average is used. So in case of averages, we use average income. We compare the 2 countries. Then we can compare the average height of 2 students. Okay. We can compare the average speed of 2 vehicles. So average can be used in number of situations for comparison. Next, why do you think average income is important criteria for development? Explain. It is very important because when we are talking about national income, it gives us an idea of the total income of a country as a whole. But average income, it gives us idea about the standard of living of people, because we are concerned with per capita income here. So actually we are talking about number of people sharing that national income, how much they are sharing it. If the large number of people are sharing it, then average income is less, like in case of India. And the same national income for a country where the population is less, number of people sharing the income is less, obviously there will be better situation. because people's share is more because of lesser number of population. So that's why average income is very important. Next question, question number 3. Besides size of per capita income, what other property of income is important in comparing two or more societies? So in this question, we know that apart from per capita income, we also compare two societies, means we are comparing two nations or we are comparing two states on the basis of equal distribution of income, because average income, it gives us an idea about the people are earning money, per capita income they are earning. This is what it gives an idea, but it also not tell us exactly how much a person is earning. You can understand that. Although the total income, the national income, is a concept of total income earned by a country, and per capita income is a concept of per person earning on an average. But this is not the true picture, because every person is not earning the same amount of income. People are earning different income. We know that in the country, different people have different salaries or wages. So we actually, besides the size of per capita income, we are here more concerned with the equitable distribution of income in the country should also be considered. This is also very important. Moving on to your question number 4. From the question number 4. Suppose records show that average income in a country has been increasing over a period of time. We can conclude all the sections are better in the economy. Can we illustrate with an example? Actually, all the sections of the economy, it cannot be concluded that they are better by stating that average income is increasing, because it is possible that some of the sections of society are better off and some might be worse off. Like in India, although average income has been increasing, there has been increase in only the service sector, which is increasing tremendously. But agriculture sector, we see there is no growth. There are 3 sectors in the economy we are talking about. One is agriculture, one is industry, and another is service sector. So all these sectors are not growing in the same way. So we cannot agree with this kind of conclusion. Next, from the text, find out the per capita income level of low income countries as per World Development Report. For this, you will check out the paragraph and you will write it. Write a paragraph on your notion of what should India do or achieve to become a developed country. A very good open-end question is this. You can put any idea, like my idea for development can be different from yours, but it is there an important thing to do, that we should have different ideas of development. Different people have different ideas. So for me, I would say India should have better roads, better network, better transport. So these are better infrastructure I'm talking about. Someone else can say, yes, higher per capita income. So we can put so many points: increasing standard of living, better medical facilities, and we can talk about good higher education or more higher education, better higher education. There can be so many points in this for India to achieve a developed country. You can also mention a very important point: we should have a well developed research and development in India, because we are not very good into that. So that's all from this particular let's work out. Income and other criteria, and then public facilities. Let's move on to this workout. Look at the data in table. Is Haryana ahead of Kerala in the literacy rate, etc., as it is in the terms of per capita income? So where is this table? You can approach table 1.3 and 1.4. Just move above. This is 1.4 and here it is 1.3. Haryana's per capita income, if you see in this table, it is the highest. Kerala is second number. But we are concerned with literacy rate. Literacy rate, if you talk about, Haryana is less and Kerala is more. Also, infant mortality rate is more in Haryana. What does it mean? The explanation of the terms are given at the bottom of the table. You need to write these three into your copies: infant mortality rate, literacy rate, net attendance ratio. These definitions in your notebook. So Kerala and Haryana, we see education is also better in literacy, better in Kerala, and attendance ratio is also better in Kerala. So you will check out all this term, net attendance ratio also. These are important 1 mark questions. So we would say that this is not true. Haryana's may be ahead of Kerala in terms of per capita income, but in case of other criteria, Kerala is far better than Haryana. Next question. Think of other examples where collective provision of goods and services is cheaper than individual provision. We are talking about provision. Provision means providing goods and services. So, providing goods and services is cheaper than individual provision. Collective is cheaper. Why? What are the examples? Like in factories, in manufacturing, in mining, where there is mass scale activity carried out for the provision of goods. This is collective provision, not individual effort. So these are the examples. Third question. Does availability of good health and education facilities depend only on amount of money spent by the government on these facilities? What other factors are relevant? It cannot actually depend only on the amount of money. It also depends on the, if we are talking about health facilities, it depends on the doctors and nurses, their capabilities, how good they are. Then the medicines, the quality of the medicines also very important in this health services. If we are talking about educational facilities, the role of teacher is very important. The quality of teaching is very important. So these things are also a very relevant factors in this regard. Next. In Tamil Nadu, 90% of the people living in rural areas use a ration shop, while in West Bengal only 35% of the rural people do so. Where would people be better off and why? So, if we say that 90% people are using ration shops are actually related to public distribution system. This is working well in Tamil Nadu, not in West Bengal. So people are more able to access these shops where the different necessities like wheat, rice, flour, sugar, tea are available to the people below poverty line at a marginalized price, at a very low price. So it leads to their better nutrition level and improvement in their nutrition. So that's, we can say that in this regard we can say that people in Tamil Nadu, they are they are having a better, they will be better off because they are using these facilities in a more better manner. Next, so we are over with this. This was the last let's work out exercise from this chapter. After this there are NCRT questions at the bottom. This activity 2 you will be doing using the data from table 1.5 and then solving it in the book. After this we have the, yes, this exercise solutions are already provided to you for these questions. NCRT back questions, the solution is given. Please follow those answers and you need to write this exercise in your copies from the PDF I have already forwarded to you. You need to do the MCQs in your books. Development of a country can be determined by which of the following factors? All the above factors which are given here. Second is, which of the neighboring country has better performance in terms of HDI than India? That is Sri Lanka. Next is, assume your family. You will calculate this. I will not answer to you. You will be calculating this particular average question. Here the average per capita income is given 5,000. There are 3 families. Income which is given 5,000 is equal to 4,000 plus 7,000 plus 3,000 divide by 3. So you will be able, and plus x also. You need to find x, that is 4th family. You will calculate it. That's it for today. Best of luck for your work and do well. Thank you.